All right, guys, happy Wednesday. We have our calisthenics strength or gymnastic strength. 3 rounds for quality through this. Will take like 15 to 20 minutes. The first one is a great movement. I love this. It's a ring push-up. This is a great scale for any ability, and also helps our development of our ring dips. So the top is a plank position, all right? The range of motion is the same. Touch the biceps to the ring at the bottom, and a good lock out of the top. Notice I do that little turn, okay? And you can make this easier by changing the angle, right? So now I can come forward, and that's a little bit easier. So I can come pretty far forward. Again, find a spot, okay? We're gonna get 12 ring push-ups. If you want it to be more challenging, you can elevate your feet on something to create an incline. So that's gonna be 12 reps. Good range of motion, good lockout. From there, another great movement is holding the top of your chin up. It's gonna be a 30-second hold, trying to hold your chest to the bar. Most people will need a band for this. All right, so it's chin up position. All right, we're gonna pull the top and then just try to hold this position. All right. Great development for that the top of the pull-up for a lot of people is the hardest part. So developing some stamina and strength at the top. Use a band, of course, if needed. If the band is still challenging for you, you can also hold the top of a ring row, just holding the rings at your chest, changing the angle to a position that feels reasonable for 30 seconds, decent amount of time. Okay, from there, we're gonna go to tempo or negative handstand push-ups, working on that strict handstand push-up strength. So it's gonna be 3 seconds down for 6 reps. So show you a basic variation, feet on the box, okay? Chin is tucked. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3, drive back up. 1, 2, 3, drive back up, okay? The big thing that we wanna see here is control to the very bottom. Often, particularly when there's a pad, and I'll show you this over here, people are good control, and then at the very bottom, they collapse in like the last inch. And then when they try to do strict handstand push-ups in a workout, right, they don't have any strength in that bottom portion. So really try to control all the way till your head is resting. So use a variation that you can do that, all right? I'll show you on the wall, but we don't want to see what I'm talking about. So people will kick up, and they're controlled, and then they drop, right? So try to control all the way to the bottom. Now, what do you do when you get to the bottom, right? If you can't press back up. If you're good, you can kick back up, right? If you're comfortable. But most people will actually just kick down. So I get to the bottom, right? My feet come down, right? Reset, jump back up, and then do another rep. You gotta keep the chin tucked the whole time. Good control. These are really hard, okay? So find something you're comfortable with for 6 reps. You can also use dumbbells if you want. So control, down, jump it back overhead for 6 reps, all right? Last one is gonna be some core work. Is going to be 8 tuck to leg extension, all right? Kickouts. So what this looks like is holding the knees nice and high, get the thighs parallel, and then try to straighten the legs back to parallel, okay? If you can't do both legs at once, just do alternating for each leg. Trying to, again, keep the knees high, thighs parallel, and you go one leg, back and forth, okay? Do your best on that. 3 rounds through. For quality, have fun. Let's talk conditioning. So our conditioning is gonna be 2 parts with some pull-ups in both parts. It's gonna be 3 rounds of 15 burpees to a target. That means you jump and touch something, and 10 regular pull-ups. Then you go right into 3 rounds of 100 double unders and 10 chest to bar pull-ups, okay? So anytime we see these varying styles of pull-ups, for this one, it's gonna be the first round is something that's easy, ideally unbroken, and the second round is something that's a little bit more challenging, okay? So a lot of ways you can approach that. Let's just talk about the burpee to target real quick. You can challenge yourself by making the target high. So it's pretty high, right? But just giving yourself something to fully extend and touch with both hands. So I would do the burpee, like normal, jump, and then jump and touch. It seems simple, but just that looking up and down, giving yourself a target makes it more challenging. So 15 burpees. And then 10 regular pull-ups. This is a great day to practice your kipping, not super high volume, or to work in some jumping variations. So doing a jump allows you to move through the range of motion quickly. You bend your knees, jump the chin over, down, and up. Now, if you think that feels too easy, think about someone doing butterfly pull-ups. They're gonna be doing quick reps. So it keeps intensity high and again, allows you to do a different variation if you're always doing ring rows or bands, all right? 3 rounds of that, and then you have 3 rounds of 100 double unders and 10 chest to bar or more challenging version of pull-ups. So for the double unders, remember, nice tall chest, okay? Oop. Focusing on elbows back, wrists are moving the weight or the jump rope, chest is staying tall. All right, so when we start people, we like you to practice. So if you can do any double unders at all, nice slow singles, and then try to work in some doubles, okay? You can pick a lower number, maybe 50 reps, or just practice for about 2 minutes or so, just doing your best each 2-minute segment, okay? If you cannot do any double unders at all, feel free to do 200 singles per round, all right? Again, from there, going to the chest to bar pull-ups, wherever your second variation can be. It can be strict pull-ups instead of kipping. It could be jumping chest to bar. So just pull your body higher, and now you gotta touch your chest. So that is our conditioning 2 parts. We do have a little finisher as well. All right, so our final finisher, pretty quick, is gonna be more hanging strength. We've been working on this weekly. Basic thing is just accumulate 1 minute hanging with both arms. Now, the other drill is doing a hip tap or maybe a shoulder tap. So when you set up, get kind of a narrow grip, okay, so you don't swing too much. So start hanging, and you're gonna try to do a hip tap for 15 on each side. Now you can make this easier by doing a shorter tap, right? You could tap your elbow or your shoulder, and that makes it a little bit quicker. Coming down to your side and trying to just slow it down. The longer you take, the more single arm work you're gonna get. Okay, it's 15 each side, 30 total reps, or just hanging for 1 minute. Another variation we just kind of came up with, if you want to try, is be here and you can tap, get nice and slow. Not exactly the same, but a little bit easier on the shoulders to go to a single arm hang. So that's it. Have fun with it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.